This is a video by Ashadow or Ashadow. And this video is called How I Got Invited to an RP Sex Club. And that's something very curious to see what this is all about.
I started playing Final Fantasy XIV a short while back, just like so many others did during the great World of Warcraft exodus that was Shadowlands. It'll be interesting to see if Dragonflight can bring it back, but if it doesn't, a whole lot of people are gonna find themselves aggressively assaulted by hugs and headpats for the foreseeable future. Speaking of, I'm not completely new to the internet. I know that the Final Fantasy XIV rabbit hole is very, very deep.
The video is well done.
I just didn't quite understand how deep it really is. But we'll get to that part later. Now, contrary to what one might think, I actually took that piece of prior knowledge as something of a challenge. Early on, I decided that if I'm going to play FF14, I am going to play it thoroughly. Which means, of course, I made myself a cat girl and went straight to the server Omega. I would have gone to Belmont, but it was completely overpopulated. So I went through the character creation process, making my character look as cute as the customization engine would allow me, and picking all of the other options at random because I did not understand them. I still have literally no freaking clue what my patron deity does. And once all of that was finished,
Haloni. Always go Haloni.
We're off.
It's well done already. I like the...
And then I immediately got drowned in player names covering the entire screen.
Yeah, good man. Give this man skill, subs, everything. Exactly the same thing that I did. Put all the nameplates aside. I hate those.
Let's just go ahead and change this to... see if we can.
Good job.
Alright, much better.
Yeah, pets
Eorzea,
also. Pets.
The beautiful land of Final Fantasy XIV.
Nice shots.
It's a realm of dragons, airships, chocobos, sunny beaches, and chilly mountains. Cozy coffee shops, and colorful nightclubs. A place where people think it's more practical to attach balloons instead of cartwheels on their carriages. And where big yellow birds are such badass mother effers that they don't give a quit about their complete lack of aerodynamics.
Yeah, right. They do. It's magic.
We arrive in Gridania, the city-state built into the forests of the Black Shroud, to join the local Adventurers Guild. Now, like most MMORPGs, we are asked to start out slowly, doing humble tasks to teach us how to play the game, because the developers don't want to scare us off yet by telling us about leaves just yet. Combat mechanics? Go fight some ladybugs. Map navigation? Deliver this letter. Opening the equipment inventory? Go ask Google.
Yeah, we all do.
But that doesn't last for long, however, as when I'm out on a routine fetch quest, I suddenly find myself engaged by this horrific living tree. I have little choice. I must defend myself. I call out to the elements to grant me the power of throwing rocks.
Is that a custom animation? That looks really cool. Looks really, really good.
To the elements to grant me the power of throwing rocks.
He definitely knows how to edit and cut content and videos.
Seriously, by the way, why is it that, as a white mage, the only decent damage dealing spell you're giving me is throwing rocks? But regardless, we dispose of that minor inconvenience because the game is still really easy at this point, and then head home.
Nice editing. Really nice.
Well, that happened. I feel like the city council really needs to invest in better pest control around these woods. Someone could get hurt.
Hero, we need your aid!
Someone suddenly rudely interrupted my monologue. Hello? Who are you?
We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
The Seventh Dawn? Whatever happened to Dawn number 1 through 6?
And you are the great warrior of light.
That's a good question.
Great perils threaten this world, and only you can save us from
What
them.
are these animations?
I think you got the wrong cat girl. I'm not a hero. All I've done is pick 6 flowers and kill some quest mobs.
Dude, the editing is It's insane. That's pint levels. Look at that.
Dawn? Whatever happened to Dawn number 1 through 6?
And you are the great warrior of light.
Amazing.
Great perils threaten this world, and only you can save us from them.
I think you got the wrong cat, girl. I'm not a hero. All I've done is pick 6 flowers and kill some quest mobs.
No, you are the one. You must aid us in this hour of our need.
Alright then. What is it that you need done anyway?
We need you to defeat the primals, immortal beasts of pure ethereal energy, so powerful that mere sight of them will compel mortals to fall to their knees and worship them as gods.
Nice.
That sounds pretty dangerous. I really don't think that's a mission suitable for a level 16 sprout wielding a twig.
Any normal adventurer would surely die taking on such vicious beasts. But as the one favored by the crystal, we have no doubt in your coming victory.
No, seriously. There's like a whole palazzo of people who are far more experienced than me right over there. Just ask one of them to help you out.
No doubt in your coming victory.
It's edgy. Okay, it's edgy, but it's well edited.
Will I at least get a decent payment when the job is
Insane
done?
Of course! For this magnificent deed, you shall receive a pair of shiny new boots!
Yeah, I think I haven't remembered them to be so shiny.
You know, I get the feeling that this whole Warrior of Light stuff is actually just a clever way for you Scions to circumvent Eorzean labor protection laws. Well, that was upsetting. I feel like I need to unionize. But then, say we don't want to take this horrible abuse from our employer. Let's say we don't want to go through this as one big single-player game. Even though you actually can, the main storyline is entirely soloable. But no, say we actually want to find some other like-minded adventurers to band together and play the game with. Where would we go? Well, there are several places. There are dungeons to run, randomized events on the open world, free companies to join, minigames to play, and my personal favorites, going to the Aetheryte Plaza in Limsa Lominsa and sitting down on this bench. I'm not even joking. I don't know why. Maybe this just happens on Omega. But for whatever reason, there always seems to be some kind of gathering of players at this specific bench. Not the one across the plaza.
It's not Omega only.
No, this one.
Yeah.
I've met so many lovely people this way. I've had people teach me things about the game, had this little adorable guy given to me, and I even got invited to a couple's wedding at one point.
Okay, one thing here. I really avoid interacting with these people because I'm scared of them. I'm literally scared. I don't know how you can spend your whole day sitting on that bench or just sitting anywhere in Limsa. What are you doing? I mean, I was running around certain buildings in WoW when I was talking to my friends in Discord. But sometimes I get the feeling that they are not talking to anybody in that moment. They're just sitting there. They're chilling there. I don't know what they're doing behind their screen. It scares me. Really. It scares me. So, yeah. Brave move that you interacted with them and got invited to a wedding as well.
It was also somewhere around here that I found myself running into a certain Mikote named Mizore.
Oh
she
my
taught
god.
me how to dye my gear in different colors, showed me some of the G-posts she had taken, just some chill chatting basically. Now I must admit, when she told me that she's from that stupid fake country known as Denmark, I very nearly found myself throwing an IKEA bookshelf at her just out of pure national instinct. But I just barely managed to keep myself from doing that.
I'm almost upset you did not try your luck. I would have enjoyed forcing you to the ground and stepping on your face.
Okay.
Anyways, we added each other and went our separate ways.
Pretty cool cat.
She went on with her business, and I continued getting smashed into the ground by the primals.
Yeah, the editing is insane.
A couple of days later, we ran into each other again around the bench, and this is where unexpected stuff happened. I can't quite remember how exactly the conversation started. I wish I did, but at some point she asked me why I wasn't using any glams. I can't really afford it. Glams aren't free, and simple leveling quests pay barely enough to cover the teleporting fees.
Oh, I can help with that.
At which point she just handed me the stack of like 150,000
Nice.
gil.
That's
To
generous.
put that number in perspective, by this point I had maybe some 30k from questing or so. Whoa, wait, really? I mean, I appreciate it, but this is not an insignificant amount of money. Are you sure you want to just give it to me?
Oh, don't worry about it, little sprout. I have plenty of money to spend.
Do you spend a lot of time grinding? Or something like that?
Grinding, yeah.
No, nothing like that. Why don't you come along with me to the
No.
mist, and I'll show you.
So we headed off to the Mist, one of the player housing areas. And by that I mean, she headed over to the Mist.
I heard rumors about that, how to make gil, and I'm really frightened. But we'll see.
While I was left standing in front of the aetheryte crystal, confused as to why I couldn't just teleport over there, before eventually realizing, in order to actually unlock the area, I had to finish an entire separate quest, which took me like another 15 minutes of me awkwardly running around in circles trying to find the darn thing. Did I mention I'm a sprout yet?
So here we are. Welcome to the Joyful Lily. We are
Joyful
closed
Lily.
right now, so it's
Oh,
all
no.
empty. But I'll give you a tour of the location
no.
anyway, so you can see what it's about.
Looks good though.
Oh, is this one of those in-game nightclubs I've heard about?
Yes, though we are trying to stand out a bit from the others.
Okay.
Okay.
As we entered the building, we were greeted by the first floor, where we find a reception area, these lovely Eastern-style lanterns for the ambience, little bonsai trees, these big decorative fans on the walls, and a gambler's corner for people who are really irresponsible with their money, I guess. Heading downstairs, we reach the main dance floor. Here we find these red couches along the walls, a big purple disco light,
Looks
a
very
VIP lounge
cozy.
area, a bar, behind which we also find a changing room with this adorable Vaporeon-like plushie in the corner. And of course, let's not forget the main stage.
Oh no.
Are those steel poles what I think they are, Mizo?
Maybe.
Going back up to the entrance again, you may have noticed that the stairs to the second floor were actually fenced
Oh
off.
my god.
After jumping over them and going up to the second floor, we find a corridor with these 4 conspicuous red curtains
Oh,
hanging
no.
from the ceiling. If we peek behind the first curtain, we find a nice small secluded area with its own couch and a private steel pole. Behind the second one, there's this lovely bathing area, surrounded by vines and flowers. It honestly looks and feels pretty cozy.
Yeah.
Even though by now I have a pretty good idea of what has been taking place on this exact spot.
The angel.
Moving on to next, we find a 2-person bed with another steel pole in front of it. And finally, behind the 4th curtain, they had set up a lovely throne
Okay,
surrounded
that looks
by
cool.
lit candles, with a katana on a nightstand right next to it, and a chill cage in the corner.
This is one
Oh
of my
god.
favorite spots.
Oh my
There are
god.
so many fun things one can do here.
Yeah.
Sitting up there, while the customer is down here on the floor.
Oh. Oh. Ah. Mizore, when you said you enjoyed stepping on people's faces, you actually meant that very literally, didn't you? You're probably seeing what's going on here by now. The Joyful Lily was an establishment dedicated to extreme raid progression,
Yeah, I get
exciting rotation performance,
exactly that.
Eorzean romantic parties. I think you got the drift.
Yeah.
The kind of location you would go to when the local supply of the good stuff in the back alleys of Limsa Lominsa would not be enough to cover your needs. So I have to ask, because I'm kinda curious at this point, just how much do you and your friends charge for your, services?
Oh, it's 400,000 for half an hour, or 700,000 per hour if you want to go longer.
Okay. I need to do that.
I'm in the wrong freaking business! Forget about unionizing, I need a complete change in career!
By the way, we host parties each Thursday and Saturday evening. Would you like to join?
No, I don't think I can. I don't have enough money to even pay for 10 minutes of your time.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's free just to attend. You're not required to hire or do anything with our courtesans if you don't want to. You can just come and hang out.
I really
Saturday rolls around.
need to do
I
that.
put on the best glam I had and headed back over to the mist. Alright. I have no idea what's gonna come from this. Frankly, the correct decision might be to just go back to the main story quest and forget everything about this place. But I am really curious. Okay then, here goes nothing. And you know what? We ended up having a really fun time. I joined this tiny thing, fully expecting to find a group of cringy, horny, extreme raid progression players. What I found was a group of cringy, horny, extreme raid progression players who were also some genuinely welcoming, wholesome, and overall nicest people I've come across on the internet. No, seriously, the amount of positivity flowing through this place was astonishing.
Yeah, I agree.
The evening, I met new friends, sent and received a plethora of virtual hugs, and yes, encountered some stuff that YouTube would absolutely annihilate my channel over if I showed it to you. Did I run into a number of people who were being kinda weird? Yeah, I did. Though, frankly, at a place like this, that's probably par for the course.
No lalas in there, by the
But
way.
overall,
What's that?
I would call it a
That
thoroughly
racism?
positive experience.
No, it's fine. It's fine. They are childlike, right?
As it was getting later in the evening, though, it was time for me to head off. I said my goodbyes to everyone I had met, walked back up to the entrance, did a quick bow to the receptionist, before finally leaving the building and pressing the log out button. You enjoyed that little tale of mine? I know it's been forever since I uploaded anything and that this was nothing at all like any of my previous videos. I'll pin a comment with a longer explanation down below. Anyways, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Remember to press the magic button for the mythical algorithm on your way out, and I wish you all a lovely day.
Very, very good video. Even though it was about such a kind of problematic topic, was very well edited. The shots and the skits, that was really reminding me of Pint. And I thought that Pint is really on another level, and he really is, but this is coming into that spot or direction. I don't know, I think we should actually have something on our server like that. I'm really curious to participate one time, just for, of course, I'm also a content creator that needs to clear all the mysteries and riddles this community has to offer. So that's my job. I need to do that, right? I need to participate with you guys. I think we should do that on another stream. We should go into such a nightclub, and maybe we could do a challenge. How much time it takes to get a temporary ban. Maybe that's the time limit there. We visit a nightclub and we spend all the gil I have until we get banned on Twitch. To conclude the topic behind the video here, which is an amazing video by Ashadow, with that quality of editing, it's insane. I couldn't do that, to be honest with you guys. I know some people like my editing style because it's kind of clean and simple sometimes, but this was a whole different level. If that would be in 4K with the filters applied that I'm using, with all the shots being kind of 4K resolution, this would be a movie. This would look like a movie at least. But yeah, I'm not sure about that topic. If you're doing roleplay, the ERP function is actually something that's a natural connection and a natural thing that comes out of normal roleplay, because when you're really into roleplay, you're basically transferring your traits onto a character that you're living in that game, or in a space, VR chat, for example, or anything like that. You're living that character at that moment. Yeah, once you materialize yourself into that character, the logical consecution is to go into the sexual aspect as well, because sexuality is a big topic in our behavior, in our striving, in many ways, how we act and how we deal with our wishes and dreams or anything like that. It's crazy how far the Final Fantasy XIV community takes roleplay and all the personalization of your character in the game. Nonetheless, sex clubs in Final Fantasy XIV, we need to visit that. I want to participate into that. I want to spend all my gil. I mean, I spent 50 million on this stupid mount that plays the orchestral Torn from the Heaven track, which I could just have grabbed it from somewhere on the internet and put it into my video and upload that. Spent 2, 3, 4, 5 million gil for trying to satisfy my curiosity. Nothing else. Just the curiosity needs to be satisfied in that topic. So please subscribe to this guy. This is amazing quality. And it might not all be Final Fantasy XIV related. It doesn't cost anyone anything to like a video. Right? It's just a support. Okay, guys. Let's play PvP. I think I need some good PvP matches here. Otherwise, I can't leave this topic.